Talmud Bavli Tractate Beitzah, page 9b, top of the page, with the words Masnisin de la Hihaitana. With regard to the Mishnah itself, the Gemara comments, the Mishnah is not in accordance with the opinion of this Tana, as it is taught in the Beitzah. Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar said that Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel agree that one may carry a ladder from one dovecote to another to take doves. They disagree only after one is finished at the second dovecote, whether it is permitted to replace the ladder to its original spot at the first dovecote, as Beit Shammai say. One may not replace the ladder, and Beit Hillel say one may even replace it. The question is, what is a dovecote? A shelter with nest holes for domesticated pigeons. A shelter. A dovecote. A little birdhouse. Oh. Okay. As Beit Hillel say, let's see, Rabbi Shimon ben Elazar said Beit Hillel. Oh yeah, okay. Beit Shammai say one may not replace the ladder. Beit Hillel say one may even replace it. Right. The Mishnah is not in accordance with the opinion of this Tana. As this Tana Beitzah, Shimon ben Elazar said that Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel agree that one may carry a ladder from one dovecote to another to take doves. They disagree only after one has finished the second dovecote, whether it is permitted to replace the ladder to its original spot at the first dovecote. As Beit Shammai say, one may not replace the ladder, and Beit Hillel say one may even replace it. Rabbi Yehuda said, in what case is this statement said? With regard to a dovecote ladder, which clearly serves the purpose of taking doves. However, in the case of an attic ladder, which has a variety of uses, everyone agrees that it is prohibited, as this will raise suspicions. Rabbi Doza says one may tilt it from one window to another in the same dovecote. Acherim say, in the name of Rabbi Dosa, one may even shift the ladder from one place to another by shuffling its legs. The Gemara relates that the sons of Rabbi Chia went out to the villages to attend to their business. When they came back, their father said to them, "Did any incident require a ruling of halacha come to your notice?" They said to him, "The issue of carrying an attic ladder to a dovecote came to our notice, and we permitted it." And Rabbi Chia said to them, "Go out and prohibit that which you permitted." The Gemara explains, Rabbi Chia's sons thought that from the fact that Rabbi Yehuda said that Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel do not disagree with regard to an attic ladder, this proves by inference that the first Tana holds that they do disagree. Consequently, Rabbi Chia's sons thought that according to the first Tana, Beit Hillel permit even the use of a loft ladder, and they ruled in accordance with this opinion. But that is not so, as Rabbi Yehuda does not disagree with him, but rather he explains the reason of the first Tana. From where can this be inferred? From the fact that the first Tana teaches one may carry a ladder from one dovecote to another. And if it enters your mind to say that Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel disagree with regard to an attic ladder, if so, this phrase, one may carry a ladder from one dovecote to another, is inexact, as he should have said, one may carry a ladder to a dovecote. Rather, isn't this what the Tana said? With regard to a dovecote ladder, yes, it is permitted to move it. However, in the case of an attic ladder, no, one may not use it. The Gemara asks, and the others, Rabbi Chia's sons, what is their reasoning? The Gemara answers that they would reply, it is taught in the Beitzah a dovecote ladder. It teaches from one dovecote to another, and this simply means that it is permitted to do so even with regard to several dovecotes. Some say a slightly different version of this incident. Rabbi Chia's son said to him, the tilting of an attic ladder came to our notice, and we permitted it. We were asked whether an attic ladder positioned near a dovecote before the festival may be moved from one window to another in the same dovecote, and we allowed it. Rabbi Chia said to them, go out and prohibit that which you permitted. The Gemara explains that they thought that which the first Tana prohibits, in other words, moving an attic ladder, Beitzah permits. In other words, Beitzah is more lenient than the first Tana and permits moving even an attic ladder from one window to another. And that is not so. Rather, that which the first Tana permits, moving a dovecote ladder, Rabbi Dosa prohibits. He is more stringent and maintains that even a dovecote ladder may be moved only by tilting rather than in the usual manner. The Mishnah taught, however, everyone agrees that one may tilt a dovecote ladder from one window to another in the same dovecote. The Gemara infers, apparently with regard to rejoicing on the festival, the opinion of Beit Shammai is stringent, and that of Beit Hillel is lenient. And the Gemara raises a contradiction from the Mishnah, the first Mishnah of the tractate, 2a. With regard to one who slaughters an undomesticated animal or a fowl on a festival, Beit Shammai say he may dig earth with a shovel and cover the blood. Beit Hillel say he may not slaughter an undomesticated animal or a fowl unless he had earth prepared for that purpose while it was still day. This indicates that it is Beit Shammai who are concerned for the honor and joy of the festival, and they are therefore lenient with regard to covering the blood, whereas Beit Hillel do not share the same concern and are stringent about covering the blood, despite the fact that their ruling might adversely affect the joy of the festival. Rabbi Yochanan said the attribution of the opinions of the Tanaim is reversed. The opinion attributed to Beit Hillel is actually that of Beit Shammai, and vice versa. The Gemara rejects Rabbi Yochanan's answer. From where do you infer that this extreme conclusion is necessarily the case? A different explanation is possible. Perhaps Beit Shammai say, their opinion, that it is permitted to cover the blood only there, where there is already a shovel embedded in the earth, ready for this purpose, and therefore there are grounds for a lenient ruling. However, where there is no embedded shovel, they did not permit it. Alternatively, it is possible to say that Beit Hillel say their opinion, that an act is permitted for the sake of the joy of the festival, only here, where his dovecoat, the place where he ultimately positions the ladder, proves, with regard to him, that he intended to use his ladder for a permitted purpose. But there, excuse me. Where was I? Only here, where his dovecoat, the place where he ultimately positions the ladder, proves with regard to him that he intended to use his ladder for a permitted purpose. But there, where there is no equivalent proof, they were not lenient. This shows that there is no clear contradiction between the rulings in the two cases. Rather, the Gemara retracts the previous version and suggests that Rabbi Yochanan issued his statement with regard to a different issue. If the dispute between Beit Shammai and Beit Hillel is difficult, this is what is difficult. It was taught in a different Mishnah, 10a. Beit Shammai say one may not take fledgling doves on a festival unless he shook them as an act of preparation while it was still day. And Beit Hillel say it is indeed necessary to perform some act of preparation to permit the taking of fledglings on a festival. But this does not have to be done by shaking them. Rather, it is enough if one stands the day before and says, I will take this dove and that one. Apparently, with regard to rejoicing on the festival, the opinion of Beit Shammai is stringent, and that of Beit Hillel is lenient. And the Gemara raises a contradiction as above. With regard to one who slaughters an undomesticated animal or a fowl on a festival, Beit Shammai are lenient and allow one to dig with a shovel to cover blood due to the joy of the festival, whereas Beit Hillel do not permit one to slaughter at all, unless there was a shovel ready from the day before. It was with regard to this contradiction that Rabbi Yochanan said the attribution of the opinions is reversed. The Gemara challenges this explanation, but perhaps that is not so, as a different explanation is possible. Beit Shammai only state their lenient opinion that it is permitted to cover the blood where there is an embedded shovel.